Welcome to Beyond Curious Zone. This is where we take a magnifying glass to the hidden science behind everyday things. Today, we're diving into the absolutely fascinating journey of honey. We're going to track it all the way from a fragile little flower into a bustling hive and finally, right onto your kitchen table. Let's get right into it.
So what if I told you that just a single spoonful of honey, literally one spoonful, is an absolute engineering marvel? It takes thousands of flowers, hundreds of bees, and over 50,000 miles of flying just to produce that tiny amount. I mean, 50,000 miles? That's enough to circle the Earth twice. The amount of coordinated effort is just astronomical.
And honestly, here's something even more unbelievable. Honey is one of the only foods on Earth that never, ever spoils. You could literally leave a jar out for centuries and it'd be perfectly fine. But how is that biologically possible? Well, let's uncover the secret life of honey.
Part 1. Where honey begins. Every single drop starts out inside a flower. You've got these worker bees collecting sweet nectar using their super long tongues, right? But here's the cool part. They don't just swallow it. Instead, they store it in what's called a honey stomach. It's this completely separate pouch designed exclusively for carrying nectar back home. Think of it like a built-in biological backpack.
Now, you might think the real work happens back at the hive, but the magic actually kicks off mid-air. During the flight home, natural enzymes inside that honey stomach start mixing with the nectar. They're actively transforming it into simple sugars before the bee has even touched the landing pad. It's literally a flying chemistry lab.
Which brings us to Part 2, teamwork in the hive.
Once they're back, it turns into this incredible relay race. The worker bee passes the nectar to another bee, and then that bee passes it to another. This happens over and over, with each bee adding more and more of those special enzymes. Finally, they deposit it into the honeycomb. But at this point, it's still way too watery. So, what do? Thousands of bees start rapidly flapping their wings all at once. This creates a massive airflow that evaporates the extra water, turning that watery liquid into the thick, golden honey we all know. And to finish the whole thing off, they seal each cell with wax to keep it perfectly fresh. Talk about teamwork.
All right, Part 3. Why honey never spoils. Seriously, just think about this for a second. Scientists excavating ancient Egyptian tombs have literally cracked open pots of perfectly edible honey. Edible honey from thousands of years ago. It completely defies all the normal rules of food spoilage. It can sit in a clay jar for millennia and never go bad. No way, right?
So how is that even possible? Well, nature essentially created the ultimate preservative. First off, honey contains very little water, and its natural acidity makes it almost impossible for bacteria to survive. It's just a totally hostile environment for microbes. Plus, remember those enzymes the bees added? They naturally produce hydrogen peroxide. Add in the fact that it's packed with powerful antioxidants, and you have this perfect storm. Between the low moisture, high acid, and antibacterial compounds, absolutely nothing can grow in it.
Moving on to Part 4, honey and your body.
So honey isn't just delicious, it's highly functional for us too. It gives you this great quick burst of natural energy, and it's full of those helpful antioxidants we just talked about. We all know it famously helps soothe a nasty sore throat or cough, but thanks to its antibacterial properties, some studies even suggest it actively supports wound healing. Just keep in mind, it is still a form of sugar, so enjoying it in moderation is definitely the healthiest choice.
Now, I do need to pause here for a really critical safety warning. You should absolutely never give honey to babies under 1 year old, okay? While it's perfectly safe for older kids and adults, honey can occasionally contain bacterial spores, and an infant's developing digestive system just cannot handle those yet, so definitely keep it away from the babies.
So, the next time you stir a spoonful of honey into your tea or drizzle it on some toast, just take a second to remember what it is you're actually eating. You are tasting the incredible teamwork of thousands of bees. It stands as one of nature's most extraordinary chemical creations. It really is a masterpiece, built by one of the hardest working creatures on Earth. If you had fun discovering the secret life of honey with us today, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss our next explainer. And hey, tell us down in the comments what is another everyday object you'd love for us to uncover next. This has been Beyond Curious Zone. Stay curious, keep exploring, and we will see you next time.